it's just, it's like the first day you get here and you're sort of like within your cautious self and you're like, I know what this shit's about. Like, I'm like, I know what this is going to be. And the first run, I'm kind of like, okay, I know what this trip's going to be like. And I'm still like super measured and sort of like calculating and all that shit. And then like day or 2 or 3, I'm sort of like letting go and forgetting all my pretenses and like I'm probably being less of an asshole. And it's like, I don't know, it's weird. There was some moments where I just was like, man, I don't think I've like felt this like, I just haven't felt like this much freedom in a long time.
While you breathe, I want you to let go of any preconceived notions that you might have for today, tomorrow, and the days after.
That the things that they put up in the altars are usually stuff that the dead used to like while he was alive. So say you really loved croissants as I do. Probably my girlfriend in my altar would put like croissants so that when I come back, I find what I liked the most. No? Yeah.
I, for one, I did Chiapas last year, and I led the mindfulness meditation practice, and not only was it transformative for me, I got to see all the individuals on this journey transform into something so magical and beautiful. And what it did was it made us so much more tight and cohesive. And when you talk about La Familia, or family, or community, we got to see it hand in hand in its most magnificent form.
I've never done anything like this before, and it just seemed like a great opportunity to take my running into a new space. So I've run a lot. I've been running for half my life, and I do a lot of the other things we've been doing, like meditation and yoga.
Excellent. Arms out and up. Grab your right wrist, reach the...
And like a nice little stretch for the morning. Nice little wake up for the mind.
It's a beautiful morning.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
I think it just looked really cool. And like a way to kind of like, explore and kind of live out some of values or bring that into my life, like through run. So just like curiosity and getting to connect with other people.
I came because I really needed to unplug, and I love Mexico. I love traveling by experiencing new places, not just from a bus or from a van, but really getting to see a lot of it on foot. And this seemed like a really great way to do that with some structure around it. I knew that I would be pushed and challenged because I'm newish to running. I really like it, but I also probably wouldn't run 7 miles uphill by myself.
Those are the mountains where we're going to be running for the next 3 days.
Look at one of you.
There and like far behind all of that chain of mountains that we're going to be like properly.
I am like a casual runner. I run
you know, after work on the weekends, like fairly long distances, but like not competitive. And I live in New York, so I run in the streets, and then you know, there's a park every once in a while. So part of the reason when I heard about Aire Libre, what attracted me about it was like the chance to run not on the streets, to like be able to run in the mountains.
What was that?
What was what? A little bit of oi. Please.
Peace, man. Totally peace.
I've always wanted to come to Oaxaca. I've heard how beautiful it is, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And even though it's not where I'm from, it was like a chance to be back in my home country and just kind of reconnect. So, and then once they changed it to Day of the Dead, it was a no-brainer. I don't think there's any words to describe it. It's more beautiful, more touching. It's been really great in a lot of ways, but also makes me sad that we chose to leave here, or like I guess just never came back here to have a life here, and just like a lot of the traditions and things that we've left behind with that. So I hope to inspire my family to come back and to maybe take back some of those traditions we used to do. It's a fried flour, like kind of like how you stretch out pizza dough, and then it's topped with sugar and cinnamon.
The feeling, what is it you feel? Anxious, excitement. And in the Four Noble Truths you have obviously feelings, suffering, the cause of suffering, and then the cessation of suffering, how to ease the pain of suffering. And then once you know what suffering is and know how to deal with the suffering, how do you turn that suffering into something else and something beneficial? If you're feeling like you're missing your family, I want you to feel it. I want you to delve into that. If you're missing a dog at home, a cat, a kid, yada yada, I want you to feel how that feels. I want you to feel it. If there's some emotional release that comes out of it, purge it out. But I want you to feel what it feels like to be here at this present moment in time.
Really
All right. This is such a far cry from the concrete jungle. I got nothing else to say. This is the life.
Algorithm, I won't see them all today.
Welcome. Here is Gracias a Dios Mezcal. Bienvenidos.
So that's the name of that specific agave plant.
This is fermentation 101.
It's a sample from here though.
Hello.
Lo que hacemos es que el caballo lo va triturando y obtenemos pulpa. Entonces todo se pasa a mano en carretilla para luego pasarlo a mano en las tinas. Todo es proceso hecho a mano. Más. Salud. Cheers.
Salud.
Salud, salud. In Zapoteco is Dixbell. 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 Dixbell.
Ever since he's 12, he became a maestro, but his mother is the one who ended up teaching him the process. So he's saying her mother is also the master.
She is the boss.
Ella es mi mamá. No sé si vieron en la entrada hay un mural.
Sí, sí, sí.
Ella me está. Mucha gente dice que te está poniendo la venda, no. Me está quitando la venda de los ojos hacia el mundo del mezcal.
This is amazing. And it's his mother uncovering his eyes to not only life, but showing him it's your time now. It's your time to be a mezcalero, the master of making mezcal, and this is it. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Being around the families, and we went to the mezcal and Sam's family, it's just like, that's my family, you know. We don't make mezcal or we don't make textiles, but like that's the same feeling. They're super welcoming of everybody. They just want to feed everybody, and like I'm not able to be around my parents every day, so like just being back in that family atmosphere was really great.
I'm so happy you're here, Mama. I really am.
Okay. Shënim të ju të zetë të lizën, vizën të valado shtenjëm. Dikazën, alo yun yuk të shana shkara jenu lani shtenna të gullë. So I just said, thank you for coming to visit. You're welcome on our house. It's as if there is a thread that runs from our bodies to the land that rises with the corn to the heavens. So when it rains, it feeds the corn, it feeds us and our bodies, but also our spirits, because in so our prayers are answered. If you talk about climate change, we've been tracking it for the last 10,000 years, because we've been paying attention to the cloud patterns.
As laini pasaan dos pengono rak lani te rak lani ste alm ste to go still seniopto bisene diosopto.
She basically said what I said, but with
The effect is many times the same. People, in general, people that come are people that live in cities, and we're a very disconnected society. And the days you get to spend out here in Oaxaca or in pretty much any of our other experiences are very, very different days that from your usual life, no? And so it moves you, no? It makes you think, it reconnects you and gives you a different perspective of what life can mean, what life can be, and it's also, I mean, it's a very gratifying thing to see happen.
So, like I said before, our ancestors developed all this understanding of nature, but also of the human spirit. You know, if you've been to the museum next to Santo Domingo Church, there's all these figurines of people sitting cross-legged with their backs straight, in a meditation position, quite literally.
Spaciousness around it. There are no edges.
There are no angles.
I don't know, when we grow up, I think we tend to just forget about that, and I think it's really important to connect back and to be playful and to regard rain, mud, water, cold as something that can be something as like a playground, no? That we can have fun with, and you'll see like it can get really fun. Although it might be cold, although it might be wet, although it might be, it doesn't matter. No? Being wet is inevitable, but how we take it, how we take it is it's completely up to us. We're a gang of kids now in the woods. Grab some mud, clean your faces, grab your arrows, and let's go find some fairies and I don't know what. I know quite a lot of my country, of Mexico, and from all of the places. I mean, Mexico is a beautiful country, pretty much anywhere you go, north, center, south. But I am probably the place I'm most in love with is Oaxaca. I think it's the state is just so rich in everything, you know, in food, in culture, in landscapes. It has from amazing beaches to amazing mountains.
I just haven't felt like this much freedom in a long time, you know. It's like and there's moments where I'm just like, I don't know if I'll ever get to do this again, so I'm just gonna like go for it, you know, and just like run down that hill as fast as I can, and if I break my leg, then I guess that'll happen, but hopefully it doesn't. Or like, I feel like I can't take another step because I'm so tired, but like, again, like, when do I get to do this again? Might as well like go for it, so.
Physically, it's gonna hurt. My body is pretty beat up from the hills and the altitude. So I really want to make sure that I don't get distracted by that and that I enjoy the space and the beauty of this landscape.
We're in Coajimoloyas. This is the biggest town from the 7 towns of the Commonwealth, of the Pueblos Mancomunados. And it's a population of about 800 people, and also the widest variety of mushrooms in, I'm not sure if in Oaxaca or of all of Mexico, but they even have like a mushroom fest. Well,
what does running mean to you?
I don't know. These are 2 large questions.
I know.
They're too deep.
I know.
Yeah, I guess just like exploration. Yeah. Getting to do that. I think like, yeah, it's opened so many doors, and you know, you get to meet so many different people, see so many different things, and I don't think any of that would have been possible without running. Or like it's maybe possible through like other means, but it's so cool to see how like running has brought has given me so many opportunities to see and like meet different people.
It's gorgeous. I'm still trying to catch my breath, but it's gorgeous. Just feel very lucky to be here. Glad I didn't quit because I'm the slowest one. It's an incredible experience.
Well, just wait till I'm running on the next leg.
¿Cómo te has sentido lo que llevamos de la ruta?
Pues ahorita muy contento por estar compartiendo con ustedes esta bonita travesía. Y muy contento, muy alegre.
To each other. Talk to each other.
Oh.
You got it, man.
That's like,
hello, Mike.
Hi.
What did you just do?
I just ran.
Oh,
8K. Yeah.
Wow, that
I was chasing you for a bit.
It was rainy out there. Wow.
I saw mushrooms. 8K. Yeah. Struggled a hell of a lot with breathing. I'm kind of coughing now actually, but it's just maybe altitude and like getting a bit wheezy. So, and then I realized halfway through, like, we've got a lot of K to do. So it's like, we've got nothing to prove. Just gonna enjoy this.
Yeah.
So, but you were
Mas
charging
K.
off. You were
Mas
like,
K.
I'm gonna just chug along, I think. See how that feels. Get the breathing right.
Great. Feeling great.
You look really good.
Feeling warm. Feeling cozy. Just like felt like running through, you know, a movie set of like what a paradise is supposed to look like. Only then we were actually there. And it did feel like I was. This is like an aside. Sorry if that was your problem. I always think that like the best type of run is like when you can get to that quiet place in your head. And like yesterday, it was just like an hour of that, of just like running through this magical space and being in the quiet place in your head.
Running is really meditative to me. It's a chance to disconnect from my mind. I'm in my head a lot all day, and being forced to physically use my body, you know, also forces me to turn my mind off a bit. I'm not an athletic person by any stretch, but this is something that I've discovered that I can do. It's a really powerful way to explore new places that I wouldn't otherwise see, and I think that's what's so special to me. Even if it's just trails at home, getting to see something that I wouldn't otherwise see.
So that's pretty cool, right? It's a fire pit, but it has no pit.
Just like communion place.
It's a big run. Feeling good. Good. I think it's pretty amazing. Like, I just tried to start sketching it, and it often takes a wee while to get your sketching back on. So in the next few days I'll be pretty happy with my drawings, I reckon. At the moment it's like
Did you see Mal over there sketching?
yeah, it's bad. I just went down to sketch and he was like, hello. I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's just amazing, yeah, because you really have to look at stuff, so you, like, the light starts changing.
Wait.
Close it, girl, close it. Don't be like the cold air.
I have two boyfriends. And then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring both arms up. I'm going to inhale, and then I'm going to push out. I'm going to inhale, and then exhale back. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Draw up all that energy. Exhale out. Let's activate that spleen and kidney. Give him some love. Good. Like that. And then it broadened, and then with Lao Tzu, you know, Tao Te Ching, that was kind of like.
not only is it amazingly beautiful, but it has so much history behind. This is a Camino Real, no? What's known as a Camino Real. So it's a royal trail. So it was originally a Zapotec commerce route that connected the Gulf Coast to the Oaxaca city center. And after that, when the Spanish came and fucked it all up, they also used these trails because they were the only roads back in the days, no? And they used these trails to also as commerce route and to come and conquer. And so we'll see stuff that was from that time, from the Zapotecs, from the Spanish when they came in, and there's some a bridge they built, which is 500 years old, and then also later on, during the Mexican Revolution, there were some battles that were fought along this trail. So there's actually even some trenches from the Revolution, and so so it's a back of history back in these trails. So I just always trip on the energy that has passed and moved through it and will be part of it.
We were not hiking.
And so this next part, you might want to run a little bit faster, because the ghosts are kind of agile. Pay attention. See, if you're running alone but you don't feel alone, it's completely normal.
It's like the one thing I can control, you know? Everybody probably says that, but it's like, I have a job and kids and all the external forces in life that sort of direct you, and running's the thing that I can kind of decide what that's going to be like on my own terms. So that's why I enjoy it.
Something that I can always do. I always have a pair of shoes and I can get out. It's a constant part of life that will just always be there for me.
I don't even know how to how to put into words the feeling of running through the forest on these pine needles and the way it feels under your feet and the speed that you're going at, and I don't even know how to describe that in words that are gonna do it justice. And today, even on the hardest parts, just stopping to catch your breath for a second and turning and seeing these huge vistas of mountains and all of these little towns dotting the landscape. It's those are the things that I feel like those are what memories are made of.
If you can get some calendula, that'll help. Okay. And then there's a salve in Mexico called tepes cahuite.
Nadie, así estaban sentados.
Estaba solo.
Así cuando.
Estaban listos para echar las porras.
Uno nomás llegamos. 20
Josh, my Garmin said my training status was unproductive. I was
Was your training status unproductive?
I don't have a watch. I don't know. Probably.
I did a nice Superman.
You did do a
That's fun.
I didn't see it though, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, but the guy was saying like they just walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Most people.
I got it.
Painful.
Oh wow.
The stones being heated up. Stuff. ¿Las cosas las pueden dejar aquí en la esta? Sí. You can put all your stuff back on.
Era la casa de Juliana Díaz. Bueno, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Oscar. Y en esta tarde vamos a tener un temazcal. Normalmente, como es tradicional en este pueblo del Achatao, nosotros saludamos a las 7 direcciones.
So this afternoon we're going to participate in the temazcal, and traditionally in this village when they do it they have to say hi to the 7 persons. That's what we're going to do.
En el mundo zapoteca el numeral 7 se refiere a lo sagrado también.
In the Zapotec world the number 7 is also referred to for the sacred.
Saludamos al este, saludamos a la región donde nace el sol, donde está nuestra niña, que es la aurora, y el niño resplandeciente.
We're saying hello to the east where the sun rises, and hello to the girl and the boy.
Saludamos al sol del amanecer.
To the morning sun.
Saludamos al color amarillo.
To the color yellow.
Giramos a la derecha. Giramos hacia el sur.
You're right.
And this way we're tilting with like even.
But you do have more space around the corner. Make for some interesting moves today. Right, Aire? Looks like she's ready to do some Tai Chi too. Okay, so we were unable to do Tai Chi before the Temazcal. I think everyone was just bombed out after that experience. So we're gonna do a little bit of Qigong today, and we're gonna start a little bit of the Tai Chi today also. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. This last one, I want you to think about your families, your loved ones, the ancestors that fill our energy and the air around us. Think about it all and hold it tight to your body. Grip it. Hold on to that energy, because in about a week's time, you'll need it. And you'll be yearning for it. So hold tight to it.
What are you guys doing?
No, she moves her paw too. She goes like this.
Got some birds there. Must be so nice being like a dog. All you get is stroked.
So normal.
So normal. I'm saying the only footage she's gonna have of me the whole time is being like, or like poking my tongue out or doing something stupid. It's gonna be like, because the only other time I was like dead in bed.
Gracias. Will you tell him I said thank you for his patience?
She's like, fuck all that. Okay, so real quick, as Mal said, this is the last run. This has been an incredible experience. This is something that we will hold in our lives forever, okay? We'll take it to our run crews, our run clubs, or even our own runs. Be mindful, be present, and be a kid. Enjoy the fuck out of this run. Don't be pressuring yourself to be running a marathon or anything like that. This is just a run for life and enjoying yourself. On the count of three, we're gonna say La Familia. Uno, dos, tres, La Familia! Go get it.
Has this trip kind of changed your perspective on running at all?
I don't think so. I think that it has lived up to what I know of running, about community and pushing yourself. And that, for me, that doesn't necessarily mean going fast or coming out at the front, but it means crossing the finish line. And yeah, so I think it has solidified what I've always loved about running.
I'm really sad that it's over. This has been so great, and I feel like it maybe took me kind of the first day and a half to like really get into it and feel grounded, but I feel like we've all hit a really good stride. And I could maybe use a couple of days off in between runs, like, or before getting back at it. But I would definitely keep going if I could. I'm sad that it's ending because I feel like while I'm taking so much beauty and energy from this place, I would really like to stay here and stay in it.
I've not always been like an independent runner, and like I still do like to I'm not like a chatty runner, or I like to like kind of like go into my little zone, but it's been really, really nice and helpful to like know that there's like, even if you can't see them, there's people right in front of you and there's people right behind you, and like that's for some reason been like a new experience for me, and like kind of a really pleasant one. But like knowing that like when you come around that corner eventually there's gonna be people and they're waiting right there.
I guess I feel like I can do more than I thought I could, Most of the time I'm just running on a street or on like a path or whatever, and like this is like way more, this is a lot different, so, and I'm just like, if I can do this, like what else can I do?
And not many people know of this place in Mexico, no? So we came out here and we ran from town to town. By the end of the experience, we had like most of the people really, really deeply transformed.